Okay, for the main event now, Islam Makhachev versus Bobby Green. Makhachev coming in as a huge favorite, negative 800 versus Bobby Green as a plus 550 underdog. This is insane. This is getting into like Shevchenko odds territory or Amanda Nunes odds
Or
territory
like Anderson
in
Silva,
terms
yeah,
of
just this is
yeah of negative 800. Very very rarely do you see those kinds of odds, especially for a main event, favoring one fighter. So, yeah, go ahead and just let's start off. Give me your thoughts on the main event here.
main event. I'm very excited about. I like that it's a catch weight, given that Green just competed not too long ago. I don't know if you guys have seen any of the interviews he has on social media. He likes to pig out after he wins, after his fight. So he apparently was already having to cut 25 pounds to even make the catch weight. So
Wow.
I know that people, and who cut weight and stuff like that. I know there's a science to it. I know there's a technique to it. When 20 plus pounds are mentioned, I'm like, whoa, like that is you are a big guy for the weight division, and I am excited to see how that plays into with Makhachev, because Bobby Green likes to keep his hands down, likes to strike on the back foot. With Makhachev and his amazing wrestling, Dagestani style, those low hands will probably let Bobby Green throw strikes and have the underhooks ready for a takedown defense, for a sprawl. The back movement, though, might be to his detriment, as Makhachev can easily, with the trip or something like that, get him off balance and finish his drive through for a takedown. This is crazy. This is going to be entertaining. This is like, we talk about sideshow fights. This is kind of a sideshow fight. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't see what strategy Bobby Green could possibly deploy to give him a chance here. Makhachev is not just one of the best wrestlers, maybe ever in the UFC. He's, he trains with Khabib. He has a similar style as Khabib, and his wrestling has been as dominant, I feel like, as Khabib's. But he can also strike. He's got some knockouts on his record. And he's actually got a first round knockout against Gleison Tibau. If you remember, that was like probably one of the closest matches that Khabib had in the UFC, was against Tibau.
Yeah, where he got taken down by Tibau, right?
Smoked him. Well, I'm not sure if he took him down. I just remember Khabib, I don't know how many shots Khabib had on Tibau in that match. It had to have been like a dozen, and he just could not take down Tibau, so he had to strike with him. And Khabib's striking, I feel like, is not at the same level as Makhachev. I feel like Makhachev's an even better striker than Khabib, and he has super dominant wrestling. So you're talking about with Bobby Green having his hands down, it may help him to get the underhooks to defend the wrestling, but that's also what's possibly going to set him up to get knocked out, because Makhachev, he'll apply that wrestling pressure, and as soon as you're expecting that wrestling pressure, your hands go down, and that's where the overhand right comes in. And he's got multiple TKOs and KOs, although I feel like he almost wants to get submissions over KOs just to like kind of pay homage to his teams who loves wrestling so much and loves Sambo so much. It's almost like a sin to knock somebody out, versus like submitting them. So yeah, I don't know what Bobby Green could possibly mount against Makhachev. I feel like Makhachev is just going to smash Bobby Green. I don't think it's going to be close.
Yeah, the weight cut. Just Makhachev, watching that Sarukian fight, how they went three rounds nonstop, fast paced, so many strikes. Again, you mentioned his striking in that fight. Sarukian took head kicks, was worried about the shot, then got caught with some punches. Definitely good point in bringing up Makhachev striking. I focus on his wrestling because it's beautiful to watch. Just his hands are doing things, his legs are doing things. It's not just how people call like lay and pray or hugging him. Like, you watch them, it's offensive wrestling, like physical wrestling. He's hitting you, he's wrapping you up, he's turning you, like it's beautiful to watch. And definitely those Dagestani guys have made me a fan of wrestling more and more. The cardio it takes with it. I'm worried, Bobby Green. You shouldn't have said you were cutting 25 pounds. I don't know, like maybe after the fight and been like, hey, I had to cut 25 pounds, but kind of making it known that he's having to do that. And, it's a great testament to his commitment and being like, I'm crazy. But crazy in there against somebody who is precise and methodical and so well conditioned and has trained for years. I don't know. Khabib swam with bears, trained with bears and swims upstream, rivers. And, wonder what this guy's story is going to be when it comes out, I don't know. He was there,
I can't wait to see the promos for the fight and learn more about this guy's background. Yeah, how is he trained? And just keep in mind, his last fight was a first round win over Dan Hooker, yeah. Where it was absolutely dominant. There was no threat at all from Dan Hooker. Before that, it was Thiago Moses, who's also a great wrestler. Drew Dober, who's also a great wrestler. Like you already mentioned, Sarukian, who's a super great wrestler. Gleason Tebow, who Khabib spent multiple rounds, unable to really take him down and hold him down. So I feel like this one's going to be over quick, but I'm going to make a prediction here. His last 3 wins were by submission, and I think that's what Bobby Green is going to be expecting and training for, is that wrestling. I feel like he's going to threaten the wrestling, and I feel like he is going to knock out Bobby Green round 1. What do you think?
Round 1 knockout. I think he's just going to beat him up the whole fight, and Bobby Green's going to look lumped up and then going to go eat afterwards. I haven't seen Bobby Green. I don't think I've seen him get knocked out, or I've seen him get hit, rocked, but he just might be too big to stop, depending on how well he rehydrates. But yeah, it's victory for Makhachev. I think he's going to beat him up the whole time. You think he's just going to be like, done, get out of here, go home, eat.
Yeah, well, I think he wants to make a statement because this is going to be his 10th win in a row, and I don't know, is he even ranked? Yeah, he is ranked, right? What is he ranked? Oh, I don't even have it in front of me what the ranking is, but he's shooting for a title fight, and he knows because he's getting lots of advice from Khabib about what is the path towards getting that title fight. And it's not just about getting wins. We know from Colby Covington's story, winning sometimes isn't enough. You've got to really make a statement with your win. So I feel like he's not going to play it safe. I feel like he's going to be very confident coming into the fight, and he's going to want to show that he's on a different level. I think he said that actually in one of his recent interviews, that he wants to show in this fight that Bobby Green is not on his level and that he is wanting to get lined up for a title fight.
Yeah, they have him on UFC.com as 4th behind Beneil Dariush, who he was supposed to fight. Bobby Green's the late replacement for. And then Poirier at 2, Gaethje at 1, and you have the champ, Charles Oliveira. And it's great because I think he matches well against all those guys. I'd love to see him fight any of those. And so after this fight, I hope Dariush heals, recovers quickly, but put him in against Gaethje, put him in against even Chandler. I want to see, I want to see him fight somebody with the foundation of wrestling and that can strike. And Gaethje, Chandler against Makhachev would be great fights to watch.
Yeah, and it's such a stacked division. Like I said, just getting the win isn't going to be enough when you've got the guys you just listed off in front of you. How are you going to make that case to the champ? You've got to do something, I feel like, spectacular to show, hey, I'm the guy who has a chance of beating the champ. And I hope he does call out for a title fight. I would like to see him against Gaethje or one of these other guys, but I feel like he is ready for a title fight. And I wish this really weren't against Bobby Green, but against one of the top 5 guys.
Yeah.
But, we'll see. I think it's going to be a smash fest.
The WWE entertainment part of my brain is like, watch him beat Bobby Green, and they're like, title shot, Makhachev. But wait, out of nowhere, Conor McGregor. And continue. Khabib in his corner against Conor. It like, you know, I could. I'm always like in the back of my mind, especially with 155, like he's coming. That train's never late. Like he's gonna jump in somewhere. He's just sitting on the sideline waiting, and with the win right there, I hate to say it, I could see him being like, oh, you know, Conor against Makhachev, next person who fights for the title, and me be like, no. Like, there's always the entertainment value you gotta sell, you know. But I know with 155, Conor's always in the background somewhere. Just chilling in the rafters.
Wait to see his. Can't wait to see his tweets after this one.
And you know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be some insulting, derogatory. Just hopefully, I don't know. He needs to relax. He'll probably take video of him like pacing in front of the TV again. Like,
All right. Well, this is going to be a fun card. Can't wait to see it.